Hey guys, what's going on? This is Blockbird Cryptocurrency coming at you with another video. Market cap is at $323 billion. We are still moving in that bearish trend. Bitcoin has broken its support, which I called at 8,500. It's not too far from that support line, so it could possibly go back up. Litecoin is at 159. And Ethereum is at 518. All right, so let's get into today's topic and why I think this supposed FUD is actually some positive news. And I think there's something key that we can learn from this, and there's an important takeaway in light of recent news from the NSA. So let's go through the story about NEM. The NEM hack. I'm sorry, not the NEM hack. I'm going to be correct about this. Rather, the exchange hack in the NEM tokens that were stolen from that exchange, and where their whereabouts are now, and something that we can extrapolate from this. Right. So, NEM Token Foundation stops tracing stolen coins. Hacker's account at 0. Experts confirm that all NEM coins stolen from the largest Japanese cryptocurrency exchange, Chink, have been transferred out of the hacker's account, reports NHK World on March 22nd. On January 6, hackers stole 530 million in NEM cryptocurrency from Chink. By February 1st, the Singapore-based NEM Foundation managed to ascertain that the hackers were moving the stolen NEM coins to different addresses, but could not detect the hackers' physical location. 1 month later, the stolen coins from Chink were detected on crypto exchanges in Canada and Japan. On Sunday, March 18th, the NEM Foundation stopped tracking the stolen tokens, which accelerated the movements of the currency, according to NHK. Experts say that it's impossible to track the stolen coins almost 2 months after the hack. Records of online transactions show that the balance of the account believed to be used by the hackers is 0. And you can read the rest of the story for yourself, but I think there's something very important that we can learn from this. So, I don't know if you all have been following the story, but recently new documents have come out from Edward Snowden, and he is saying that the NSA has been tracking Bitcoin users since 2013. It turns out that conspiracy theorists were onto something. Classified documents provided by whistleblower Edward Snowden show that the National Security Agency, the NSA, indeed worked urgently to target Bitcoin users around the world, and wielded at least one mysterious source of information to, quote, help track down senders and receivers of Bitcoins, according to a top secret passage in an internal NSA report dating March 2013. Okay, so what does all this have to do with the NEM hack? Well, so Snowden has been very critical of Bitcoin, and he has said that its greatest flaw is its public ledger. Because it's so transparent, one can just look at the ledger and track the movements of users. You can track how much are in wallets, how much is transferred between wallets, and so forth. On the other hand, many people would argue that in fact the openness of the ledger is Bitcoin's strongest trait. By it keeping things transparent, we don't have any sort of nefarious backroom deals. So what does all this have to do with the NSA? Well, the NSA, in knowing that cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, and in this case, like NEM and other cryptos, knowing that they utilize a public ledger, they have taken up on themselves to closely track these public ledgers. So, in a way, almost, I'm not going to call it full anonymization, but at the very least, they can get an idea of where transactions are originating. And I imagine through an extrapolation of data, tracking a wallet and tracking its conversion from crypto to fiat, they can probably figure out who owns that cryptocurrency. So I guess it actually is de-anonymization. So, however, I think what this NEM scenario teaches us is that it is very difficult to track coins when they are split up amongst different wallets, sent to different exchanges, and at a certain point, you will lose track of those coins, especially if that cryptocurrency is being converted into privacy coins like Monero or Dash or Verge and so forth. It becomes even harder to track. So I want to give you a scenario, and what I think in this scenario, it's more likely to protect the user in his or her privacy. So what I imagine these hackers did, once they took these coins from the exchange, they probably split them up amongst different wallets. And once you have a series of wallets, especially if you are using a VPN, that is a virtual private network remotely, or that combined with VPSs, virtual private servers, and you have different wallets set up on different VPSs through VPN connections. We're talking maybe dozens or maybe just a few, but then you send those coins out from those wallets, which are virtually all in different countries, to a series of different exchanges. It will be incredibly hard to track those coins. And it would require a heck of a lot of manpower and a lot of accounting forensics to actually figure out who owns what, especially once you get onto an exchange. When you convert something for something else and you send it to this wallet and that wallet, at what point are you observing the thieves, or in this case, my scenario that I'm saying we could learn from, the private citizen who wants his or her data private? At what point can you distinguish between that person you're tracking and the people that individual is selling to? So now you could argue that, well, the NSA, they have big data, they have the most advanced technicians and hackers. Of course they can figure it out. But now let's multiply this by dozens of people. Now let's multiply that by hundreds and thousands. So imagine thousands and even millions of people using crypto, transitioning back and forth between public ledgers and private ledgers like Monero, and going back to public ledgers like Bitcoin and transitioning back from different wallets. What type of manpower would it take to know who is using that crypto? So, guys, I think this is actually, while it sucks that NEM has lost track of these stolen coins, I think there's definitely something for us to take home with us. That in fact, there is a way of maintaining our privacy. Now, I'm not saying that you should go out there and hack an exchange and take your own tokens, but what I am saying, you can take steps to protect your privacy in light of a state that doesn't value the privacy of its citizens. Well, that's all, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell if you want immediate updates. In the meantime, I'll talk to you later. Peace.